I'm Professor Andy Houston, and I work in the Department of Drama, Speech Communication, and Digital Arts and Communication at the University of Waterloo. Theatre is stuck in a ghetto. Most theatre happens in purpose-built spaces, and when you create site-specific or site-responsive or environmental theatre, you are leaving the theatre ghetto. You are going out into the world to find other collaborators, other constituencies, other groups of people with whom you can create theatre and for whom you can create theatre. And I also find that when I leave the theatre behind, I find all kinds of interdisciplinary combinations that I can work with. I often work with students on site-specific projects to do project-based research. And what we often do is take different research approaches, looking at history, the politics, the economics, the different ways of being in the space, how we define environments in terms of identity, and thinking about how environments are significant to us. So my students are taught from the first time that they work with me that I really want to ask questions about not only how do we create theatre, but why. Why would we create theatre in a world that is profoundly digital? I try to create projects where they're applying not only theory, but history and different kinds of practices that they're learning. I think really it is about applying practices that might seem abstract in the classroom or even in the studio, but have a very kind of tactile, real resonance in the environments that we work in. I create performances for audiences, for communities, so that's probably the first level of dissemination. One thing about, again, leaving the theatre is that you go to a place that has associations with communities that may not normally ever go to the theatre. Although I tend to work outside of established theatre venues and theatre communities, I tend to come back and work in those communities from time to time. And there's a fruitful exchange of the lessons that I've learned. There's important dramaturgical lessons, I think, to come out of the work that I do in different environments and across disciplines. I think it's important to consider why theatre is important, again, in a digital age, where theatre isn't the obvious media to want to respect or to want to turn to when you're wanting to pose important questions about society.